We're basically a therapy service provider, an individualized therapy to help kids learn certain skills that they need or that's lacking in their own current lives because they naturally can't pick it up. We work with their families and help them to lead meaningful lives. We celebrate really adorable things like, oh my goodness, my child can play for 5 minutes in a setting, and it sounds like, oh, what's the big deal playing for 5 minutes, right? But to a child who maybe would spend 10 seconds playing and then run off or cry or do something that isn't necessarily meaningful to their lives, they now can sit down, play, and engage with other kids. That's a huge deal, So that's learning to look at little individual highlights.
Right.
Actually, last year we had Family Day, which is a sort of a production. We actually ran an in-event for all our families, an internal event, and it was a production. It was a literal theatre production based on The Greatest Showman, across from like severe to moderate to mild kids. 60 kids with autism were part of that production in one way or the other. There was singing, there was dancing, and it was months of coordination, but it was a huge highlight. It was so worth it, and it's a huge deal because you get to see the families celebrate their child being in a production, in a play, and this might never have happened anywhere else, but we managed to make that a big thing. So the whole project, in short, is a non-profit initiative. Our title is like, we want to give world-class autism services and make it accessible for those who may not be able to access it.
Right.
So we've done things like produce a bunch of resources. We have a website full of free videos and leaflets and content just talking about autism and tips and strategies. If you feel like the child might have delays, as early as possible, get an appointment to see what is the difference and whether it is autism or not. So the earlier they come in and the earlier they receive treatment, the better the chances are of them actually being able to either catch up or to learn as many skills as they can to lead a meaningful life. It doesn't matter if your child doesn't walk out of the appointment without a diagnosis, but what's important is you had the suspicion and you got it checked. I think at the end of the day, that message is also, if you know someone with autism or you feel like it's hopeless, there really is hope. We work with kids literally from one end of severity to the other, and every single one of them that we've worked with at least has always shown that they can learn at a capacity where they can do their very best and move on. And the families play a huge part in that. So, don't lose that hope, because you are the reason that that child will also be able to do the things that you thought that they couldn't do. So, World Autism Awareness Month is in April, with World Autism Awareness Day being April 2nd. And on April 2nd itself, we want to just flood the internet with tons of posts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, sharing what does autism mean to that person, or what do they want to find out more about autism. Especially for us at EAP, we will share why it's so meaningful to work and love kids with autism, because there's so much that they do in terms of bringing joy to us.